Hello and welcome back to Excel for beginners. So today we are diving into how to create a simple data entry form in Excel. So by data entry form, the idea I mean by data entry form is data entry form helps to simplify your data entries, is mostly for people that do data entry. So it helps simplify your data entry and streamline it and make it easier, make it more structured. Okay, so imagine that you have thousands of rows of data and let's say 20 to 30 columns that you have to be working with. Okay, when you don't need to keep on scrolling up or down or sideways to enter your data. Okay, with data entry form, it makes it more structured and it reduces errors in your data entry. Okay, so don't worry, when we get started, you will see how it works. Okay, so grab your device, grab your Excel, open it, and let's dive right in. So imagine you run a small business and you need a structured way to record your customer orders. Okay, so this is the customer name, this is the product of that, this is the quantity, and then this is the date. So instead of manually entering the details into a spreadsheet, you like to create a data entry form in Excel to simplify the process and reduce errors. Okay, we are going to work on how we are going to do that. Okay, so first of all, data entry form in Excel, you probably will not see it in any of these ribbons or any of these tabs. You probably might not see it in any of them. Okay, so we have to import it ourselves. So I like putting mine on the quick access toolbar here. I like putting mine on the quick access toolbar. So I'll just go over to this place and you can see I can be able to customize the quick access toolbar. So I click on it and then you can see these ones marked are the ones that I have already. You can see the save, you can see the undo, and then you can see the redo. But I want to add the form, the data entry form in Excel. I want to add it to this quick access toolbar so I can be able to use it. Okay, so I go down here to more commands. I click on that. So now I don't want the popular commands. I want the commands that are not in the ribbon. Okay, so I click on commands that are not in the ribbon. Okay, so what I'm going to look for here is form. Okay, so I go down to form, I look for form. Okay, so I've seen form here and then I can add it. Okay, so you see, I've added it to the ones I already have, the save, undo, and redo as we have here. So I now click on OK. And as you can see, the form is right here. Okay, so but before we start using it, first of all, we want to make our data a table. Okay, so we want to format this data, we want to make it to look like a table. Okay, so the one thing we used to do is you can hold your control and then press A to copy the whole data that you have. Then you can either go to insert and then go to table here, or you can go to format as table here. But what I normally do is I hold control and then I press T. So control T will now bring me the option to create a table. Okay, so my table has already been highlighted and Excel automatically detects the range of my table here. So I now have to make sure that my table has headers is ticked because I have headers, the customer name, products, ordered, and so on. Okay, so I press OK. As you can see, my data is now ordered like a table. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit so you see. Okay, so now let's look at form and see what form does for us. Okay, so now when I open form, this is what you see. Okay, I'm going to go over and explain what all these options here are for. Okay, so first of all, you can see John Barnes here is our first entry. So you can see it's John Barnes ordered laptop and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can use this find previous and find next to always go down the rows or up the rows. You can see I clicked on find next and it's brought me to Benjamin Hall, which is the next role after John Barnes. Okay, so you can use the find next and find previous to go up or down, or you can use the scroll here to go up or down your data. Okay, so that is for find previous and find next. And you can also delete any record that you want to delete. Okay, if you want to delete this William Lopez, you can always delete it. So you click on this delete, and then it brings you this dialog box. Displayed record will be permanently deleted. So that's what I want to do. So I press OK, and as you can see, the data has been deleted. Okay, so the data has been deleted here. Okay, so let me bring up the form again. So that is for find previous, find next, and delete. Let's say you want to add new form. Let's say you want to add new data here, and so on and so forth. Let's say you want to add new data now. You click on any of the table, you go to the form, and then you go to new. You go to new. When you click on new now, you enter whatever you want to enter. Okay, let's say I want to add James Gordon. Okay, let's say ordered for power bank. Let's say quantity, let's say 2, and then let's say date 12th of March. And then when you're done entering, you just click on enter key on your keyboard. When you click on enter key, you can see the data has been inserted. And you can go on and choose any, and you can go on and enter as many data as you want. You see. So let's take for example now you have like 10 columns or 15 columns. You see that you have to constantly be using the scroll bar here to scroll sideways to find your data. But with data entry form, you can easily enter any data that you want to enter. Okay, so let's go to new and let's enter any one. Let's just write any random thing, and then when you're done, when you want to go to the next column, you press the tab key. Okay, so you press tab key, and then it switches you back, and then you enter, press enter, press tab, then press enter, and it's there. So you keep on entering like that. So that is how you can use the data entry form to enter your data easily. Okay, so let's say, okay, let's move back a little. Okay, so let's say now I made a mistake in the product ordered, and maybe it was one microphone that was ordered for this person. Let's say it was a speaker, and maybe I want to change it to how it was before. I can easily use the restore option here. So when you click on restore, watch what happens. It brings you back to the microphone. Okay, let's say I made a mistake in this microphone now, and I just want to restore it to how it was before. I click on restore, and you see it's just like an undo button. So, and it restores it. Okay, so that is for restore. Now we move over to criteria. Now, criteria is like a find option in your data entry form. So let's say we want to look for customer name that is named James, as you can see in this row 13. So when I go to criteria, I go to the customer name, and let me just type James. When I type James and click on enter, you see it finds that name for me. So it's just more like a find in your normal Excel, but in data entry we use the criteria. Okay. So let's say I want, and but make sure that when you want whatever you want to search, that you are clicking on that column. Okay, let's say I want to look for product ordered. I make sure that I click on anywhere in the column before I go over to finding it. Okay, so let's say I want to find people that ordered for smartphone. Okay, I can click on anywhere in this product ordered column, and then I go to my forms, and then I go to criteria, I go to product ordered, and then check smartphone. I click on enter. Wait, let me sure. I go to criteria again. I go to product ordered, and then sorry, smart smartphone. Good. Okay, I click on enter, and you can see the smartphone has been brought up. The name and every other details that is related to that product smartphone is here, and you can see it. Okay, so let's say I want to look for anyone that ordered for mouse. So I can go to mouse and click on enter, and you can see Michel Michael Davis. Michael Davis is here. Okay, so that is all for criteria, and you can use close to close down the data entry form. Okay, and that's that. You've successfully been able to create a customer order data entry form in Excel. Okay, so this makes data collection much faster and it reduces the risk of errors. Okay, so thank you for your time. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Analytics for more Excel tutorials. Let me know in the comment section what topic you'd like to learn next. See you in the next video.